Let's talk about life.
Hey everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to another episode of Live Conversations. I am David Sizemore, your LBA mission strategist. I have my brother with me.
Todd Freeman, pastor at Kingsway Baptist Church.
And Todd, we are doing another episode talking about love. Now we've talked about how God's love for us. We talked about how we should have a love for the bride. And today we're going to talk about how we should have a love for people who are outside of the bride, who are outside of the church, people who are absolutely hurting. And so, how do you want to go with that?
You know, Dave, I think back to one day I was praying for some people that I care about that they don't know the Lord, and I felt like, I might as well be talking to the brick on the outside of this building because I'm not getting through to them. And God gave me this picture of being inside. It's like 15 degrees today here while we're doing this outside. But He gave me this picture of, you're looking through a glass, like a bay window, a big glass window. And I see the person out there and they're shivering, And I'm like knocking on the glass trying to get their attention, Dave, and I'm saying, come inside. It's warm in here. And they're like, oh, no. And, they're out there and they're suffering, and I can see them out there freezing to death, and they could come in here and be warm, but they're choosing not to do that. They don't understand what it's like inside.
Right.
And, God let me see that's kind of like how it is outside of Christ. They can't see what is inside of Christ.
Right.
They need that, but they just can't see it.
Well, and I think too, you're right. They can't see it and don't understand it, and we're praying that more people will see that. But it's also, I think, when we talk about having a love for people outside of the church, people who I was outside the church for many years before Christ saved me, not being part of the bride. But I think about the Good Samaritan. I think about going the second mile. If we're going, and that's exactly what Christ did by going the second mile to the cross. But in order for those who are outside, and I'm going to use your analogy that you went through, and so many times we kind of stop there, right? We're banging on the window, we're saying come in, and they don't come in, we kind of say, well, they're not going to come in. But going the second mile is going out there.
Yeah.
It is taking that blanket, it is taking that pair of gloves, it is taking a hot coffee or whatever it is. It's going that second mile to say, in order maybe to get them to come in, I've got to actually go grab them by the hand and bring them in. And I do that through some means to kind of make that happen. So showing love to those who are outside is going the second mile in a lot of cases. And they may not. Going back to your analogy, you may go out there and give them a hot cup of coffee, say, won't you come in, or a blanket, and they still may refuse. But you have done everything you can to express the love of God. And it does come back upon them. We can only do so much. But going that second mile can maybe be the tool that God uses to bring them in.
And sometimes I think we almost talk ourselves into that's a lot harder than it actually is.
Yes.
We make the person without Christ the big scary person, that doesn't want to talk to us or wants to disagree with us, and a lot of times that's just not true.
Right.
We just haven't met them yet, and if we're building a bridge like you're saying, you don't go out there and say, you need Jesus, say the sinner's prayer right now.
Right.
And they want to see that you really do care about them.
You do care, and we have. I think we make it bigger. We get scared, because they don't look the way we think they look, or they don't act, or they don't say the things the way that we think they should say. It's not about that. It is about going a second mile. Love is blind. To a degree, love is blind. I don't love you simply because of the way you look, the way you act. I love you because Christ loves me, and I want to express that love. And we kind of get past that wall, that fear. It is easier than what I think sometimes people think. So as you think about love and you think about those who are outside, again, we're called to love unconditionally. And maybe there's somebody you know who that you're maybe afraid to approach them. They're not a believer. They don't look like you. They don't act like you. Don't be afraid to go that second mile and show that the love of Christ to them, and whatever it takes, kind of to show that.
And don't worry about what you're going to do. I think when we begin to really pray for people, God puts a love in our hearts
Yes.
for the person, and He gives us insight into what to do.
Yep. You never know what may happen. You never know. So you may go up to them and you're going the second mile, showing them love, and they may say, "Thank you. Okay." Going back to what you talked about at the beginning, that person may say, "I want to come in," and that's the ultimate goal. That's what we want. We want people to come in and truly experience the love of God, the way that you did it and the way that I did it. So, well, guys, Todd, you want to close us in a word of prayer?
Sure. Father, thank you for allowing us to consider your love, Lord, and how everyone needs to be loved by you. And so, Father, help us to be your hands and feet, and Father, just to be ready to serve you when you give us the opportunity. When we see someone out in the cold, and Father, may we approach and say, "Hey, I know where there's a warm place." And so help us to be your vessel. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
All right, guys. Well, until next time, remember, go the second mile. Show the love of Christ to those who are outside of the church, and who knows what God will do with that. Well, brother, I love you, my friend.
Love you too.
And we love you. Till next time.
Till next time, guys.
Bye, guys.